I'm Abby Allen, a cook, food writer and campaigner for sustainable farming, and today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious spring chicken and eggs on the Somerset grill. To start, you'll want to get your fire good and hot. What you need to do is load some wood into the back of the grill, allow that to burn down, and then give it a good bash with the rake. The coals will fall through, and then drag these into the base of the grill to give you a really nice hot base in which to cook on. Next, I'm going to show you how to spatchcock a chicken. It's really simple, there's nothing to be scared of, just a few quick steps. Remove any trussing on your bird, turn it over, and then using a pair of sharp kitchen scissors, just literally cut down the centre of the bird, removing the spine. Open it up and press it down, and you should hear a bit of a crack. Then dress with some really good quality olive oil, some sea salt, and then transfer onto the grill. You want to put it the sort of bone side down first, so that really heats up and starts to penetrate the meat. While the bird begins to cook, I'm going to prep all of the other ingredients. Using a really good cast iron pan, place this over the grill and drizzle in a little olive oil. Allow that to sizzle and get nice and hot. Meanwhile, slice a couple of potatoes, leaving the skin on for some extra nourishment. Transfer the potatoes into the hot oil and allow them to sizzle a little. Make sure they're good and coated in the lovely hot olive oil. Sprinkle in a little sea salt and then just literally leave them there. It's time to prep the asparagus. This is super simple. All you need to do is pick up each spear and give it a snap. It should naturally find the place in which it breaks, which is the woody end. Those just need removing. Next, I'll slice the courgettes. It's a simple case of topping and tailing them and slicing roughly down the middle. To the courgettes, add a really generous drizzle of olive oil, and then a pinch of sea salt. Massage in both the oil and the sea salt, allowing that to penetrate the flesh. Once everything's well coated, transfer over to the grill. Lay the courgettes directly onto the bars. It's a good time now just to check your potatoes. They should have started to crisp up beautifully on one side. With a spatula, give them a little shake around in the pan. Now it's time to add the black pudding. Roughly slice big chunks of black pudding. You want to keep them quite large, as they will break down a little bit in the cooking. Add these to the pan with the potatoes. In goes a little more olive oil. And then a few sprigs of thyme. Then set that to one side. It's now time to check your courgettes. Once they've started to char a little, taking a pair of tongs, simply turn them onto the flesh side. You're looking to get them quite nice and charred, as this is really important to add a little bit of flavour and also ensure the courgette has cooked down so it's meltingly soft. By now, the chicken can be removed, as well as the courgettes, and your potatoes and black pudding should also be perfectly cooked. These can all be removed from the grill and set to one side. This will give you a little bit more space in which you can cook the asparagus. Once again, a little olive oil, some sea salt, and straight onto the grill. Next to the asparagus, I'm nestling in another pan. This is where we're going to fry our eggs shortly. But while this gets nice and hot, it's time to chop some herbs. I'm using a selection of really fresh spring herbs, soft and full of character. Again, these can just be roughly chopped. There needs no finesse with any of this. Once the herbs are chopped, it's time to turn the asparagus. Like the courgette, we're looking for a really decent char across these, and just to soften that vegetable down. Your pan for the eggs should be nice and hot by now. In can go a little olive oil and simply crack the egg straight into it. I like to season them now with a little bit of black pepper. Leave the eggs to fry for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, you can remove the asparagus. As the courgettes have been resting, you can now chop them into nice chunks. Take a large platter and you can begin to compile the dish. I start with the base of the potatoes and the black pudding. Then go on the chunks of courgette, nestling them in amongst so everything is nice and evenly spread around the plate. On top of this go the asparagus spears, again nicely spread around so everybody can get a good portion of each different ingredient. Over the top I like to grate a little lemon zest just to freshen things up. And then a drizzle of lemon. On go the fried eggs, sliced straight from the pan and onto the plate. These are going to be so delicious for dipping those asparagus spears in. Now it's time to place the chicken, the crowning glory, on top and scatter some fresh herbs over the dish. I couldn't help but add some of these beautiful viola for the perfect spring finish.